Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is still in the short-term bullish trend, but is now running into this critical area of resistance as the price is now overbought on the smaller time frames as more liquidity is starting to build to the upside for the price of Bitcoin, while Ethereum and Solana are both now entering into overbought territories in the short term. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the 4-day Bitcoin chart, and right now the super trend indicator is still sitting in the red on the 4-day time frame, so not much has changed here over the last 1 to 2 days. And so taking a look at the 2-day Bitcoin chart, and right now the price of Bitcoin is still within this larger bearish trend, because at least as of right now, we have not yet confirmed a bullish trend reversal on the larger time frames by seeing, for example, a breakout into new higher highs, or right now we do technically have one higher low if we're looking at the candle lows right here, the candle wick lows. But in order to become more confident that we're actually starting to play out a longer term bullish trend here, not just a short term bullish trend during a larger bearish trend, in order to become more confident in the longer term trend, we need to see a breakout at least above this high and ideally above this line of resistance, which has been acting as major resistance for around half a year or so. And that line of resistance is sitting at around 68,000 approximately. And so at least as of right now, while the price of Bitcoin is below this line of resistance, for all we know, this might just be another shorter term bullish trend during the larger bearish trends like we've seen many times over the last half a year or so. And if we're taking a look at this daily Bitcoin chart, the DXY is still looking bearish in the short term, which is a bullish signal for Bitcoin. So like I've said in recent videos here on the channel, when the DXY is moving to the downside, expect some more bullish price action for Bitcoin. And over the last 1 week approximately, that's pretty much exactly what we've seen here in the DXY, looking bearish, while the price of Bitcoin has been looking bullish. And right now, the DXY is sitting right around this previous low, so that could act as a bit of support for the DXY, so keep that in mind. But if we break below this previous low that we saw close to a month ago in the DXY, then that would be a very bearish signal for the DXY, which once again would be a very bullish signal for Bitcoin if we see a breakdown below this low here in the DXY. And if we're taking a look at this daily Bitcoin chart just recently, obviously we've seen that further breakout to the upside above this previous area of resistance, which should now act as new support, and that's sitting in between around 60.2k to 61.2k. But right now the price of Bitcoin has gone pretty much straight into this area of resistance, which is sitting in between around 64.1k to 64.5k, give or take. So right at around 64,500 is acting as some strong resistance, at least in the short term, as we've seen previously in the price of Bitcoin. And we can see that just over the last 1 day, so far, we have seen a perfect rejection from pretty much that exact area of resistance. So for now, that is the resistance to pay attention to here in the short term. But if we see a confirmed breakout with at least a daily candle close above around 64,500, so breaking out above this previous high based on the candle closes, then in that case, the next major area of resistance to the upside is sitting at around 67 to 68,000. And based on previous price action and also the volume profile indicator, 67 to 68,000 should be acting as very strong resistance. That is a very important area on the price chart. So like I said earlier, if we start breaking out above around 68,000, that would be extremely bullish on the larger timeframes. But once again, before we can even make it up towards 67 to 68,000, we first have this resistance sitting right at around 64,500 and just underneath 64,500. And as for short-term support, we do have a bit of support in the short term, close to 63,000, give or take, based on the volume profile indicator. But if we see a further pullback here in the short term, in that case, we could find some support close to 62,000. But we do have this major area of support, once again, at around 60 to 61,000 approximately. And as for the short-term trend and momentum, obviously here in the short term, things are still looking bullish. But of course, during this short-term bullish trend, we can run into resistance along the way, where it's most likely the price will struggle around these areas of resistance and potentially see some short-term rejections during this bullish trend. And if we're zooming into the 4-hour time frame, just over the last 1 day, the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI recently entered into overbought territories for the first time since roughly around 1 week ago, give or take. And so as usual, when the RSI enters into overbought territories, that's telling us that we're kind of reaching an upside limit in the price. We're basically running out of room to the upside just in the imminent short term, because of course, as we're seeing a bit of a cool off, that can help to reset the RSI, which is already starting to do just here, which can give us more room to the upside later on, like what we saw last time around a week ago. And so it's important to understand that this overbought signal does not mean the end of this bullish trend. So for example, we can see perhaps a little bit more of a short-term cool-off, either in the form of a sideways consolidation or a short-term pullback like what we saw around a week ago. And then, like I just said, that resets the RSI, which can give us more room to the upside later on to continue this bullish trend. And so potentially over the next few hours, maybe over the next day or so, it's likely that we're going to cool off just in the imminent short term here in the price of Bitcoin to take a bit of a break from the bullish trend, but not necessarily the end of the trend. So once again, maybe in a few days from now, we could continue on with this bullish trend. And if you want to trade these moves in the price of Bitcoin or any other crypto, personally, I take just about all of my trades over on Bybit. So I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit down below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link down below this video to make a Bybit account and deposit on that account, then you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus, but only if you use that link down below this video. And also, if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here, which is a massive lucky draw happening right now over on Bybit, where you could potentially win up to $100,000 just by trading crypto using the link down below this video. And so if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check this out. Once again, first link down below this video. But for whatever reason, if you cannot access Bybit or if you cannot KYC on Bybit, there is Bitfinex, which is another crypto exchange similar to Bybit, but you don't need KYC for Bitfinex, which means if you're in the US or the UK, for example, or another country where you may not be able to access Bybit, you can access Bitfinex. So I'll also leave a link to Bitfinex down below this video. And if you use that link to make a Bitfinex account, you can get up to a 5.5k deposit bonus. And only if you use the link below this video, you can get an exclusive 10% discount on all trading fees on the Bitfinex exchange forever. But that's only if you use the link below this video to make a Bitfinex account. And so as another option out there other than Bybit, once again, there's Bitfinex, links down below if you want to claim those extra bonuses. But with that being said, taking a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, right now we have more liquidity once again building to the upside here in the short term, starting at around 64.2k approximately and going up towards around 64,500. So basically right around this area of resistance. And so there's a good chance that in the coming days, we could potentially come back up to retest this area of resistance once again in order to take out this liquidity, potentially after we see a little bit more of a short-term cool-off in the coming hours, maybe over the next day once again, but potentially tomorrow or the next day, sometime soon in the next few days, there is a high probability, not guaranteed, but it is likely that the price will come back up towards this liquidity to take out this liquidity. And if we can actually see a breakout above 64,500, then that could potentially result in a further short squeeze, breaking out up towards 67 to 68,000, liquidating a bunch of short positions. But that's only if we can see a confirmed breakout above this resistance, which for now is still acting as an obstacle. And with that being said, taking a look at Ethereum on the 3-day time frame, right now we are continuing to bounce from this major area of support, sitting in between around 2150 to 2.2k. But technically speaking, we have not yet fully confirmed a bullish trend reversal out of this larger bearish trend right here. And ideally, in order to confirm that larger bullish trend reversal on the larger time frames, we ideally need to see a breakout above 2.8k, which is a significant level on the price chart for Ethereum, because previously 2.8k was a significant level of support, and just recently, around 1 or 2 months ago, was major resistance for the price of ETH. And if we're taking a look at the daily time frame, technically speaking, this bullish divergence on the daily Ethereum chart is still actively playing out, like I've been saying over the last 2 weeks approximately. And so usually a bullish divergence on the daily time frame lasts a couple of weeks or so before it starts losing relevance. So I'd not necessarily count on this too much longer to basically continue playing out too much longer. But at least for now, it is still active because we've not confirmed any invalidation signals. So expect a continued bullish relief, at least in the imminent short term here. But of course, like I said, for Bitcoin, even though the shorter term relief is still intact, the shorter term bullish trend, if we're zooming further into the short term on the 3-hour time frame, just over the last 1 day or so, the 3-hour RSI has now entered into overbought territories for the first time since roughly around a week ago. And if we're looking at the last couple of times the 3-hour Ethereum RSI entered into overbought territories, of course, the price was reaching an upside limit. We're running out of room to the upside in the imminent short term, and we'll due to see a bit of a pullback or at least some sideways price action, because this does not always result in a pullback. Sometimes it results in just a bit of a slowdown in the bullish trend in the form of some sideways price action, and that can help to reset the RSI, which can give us more room to the upside later on. And also, if the price of ETH actually goes a little bit higher here in the short term, not a lot higher, but just a small amount higher, and then we see a bit of a pullback, there's a possibility that we could soon form a bearish divergence here in the 3-hour time frame, because we actually entered well into overbought territories in the 3-hour RSI. So if we see a very slight higher high in the price, there's a good chance that the RSI will form a lower high, creating a bearish divergence. So keep that in mind as well. Even if we push a little bit higher, that could also form a bearish divergence. And so the best thing for Ethereum for the bullish trend here in the short term, the best thing would be to see just a bit of a short-term cool-off, maybe for a day or two, in order to reset the RSI, which would be very healthy for the bullish trend, which means we could continue much higher if we see a cool-off very soon. And if we're taking a look at Solana on the daily time frame, just over the last 1 to 2 days or so, we've now seen a confirmed breakout above this major area of resistance, which was previous significant resistance and significant support, and that was sitting in between around 138 to 143, and we've now actually confirmed a daily candle close above this resistance, which is an extremely bullish signal here in the short term, pointing towards the continuation of more of a short-term bullish trend, essentially following with what Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing, looking bullish in the short term. And now that we've finally surpassed this obstacle on the price chart, we can basically continue playing out this bullish divergence on the daily time frame, which is still active right now. So it is quite likely that we'll continue more of a bullish relief in the coming days, maybe over the coming weeks, potentially back up towards this area of resistance, because that's the next major area of resistance, and that's sitting in between around 159 to 163. But before then, we could find a small amount of resistance at around 153 to 154, give or take, based on previous resistance in the price. And as for support, in case we see a bit of a rejection from any of these levels of resistance, we should now find support in this previous area of resistance, now acting as new support once again, sitting in between 138 to 143, once again acting as support. And so once again, the short-term trend is bullish right now, and this is happening during a much larger sideways price range. If we're looking at the larger trend, unlike Bitcoin or Ethereum, Solana is actually looking very neutral in a massive sideways price range on the larger timeframes here when we're looking at the much larger trend. But during this massive sideways price range here, of course, once again, we're in a short-term bullish trend like we've seen time and time again during the larger sideways price range. And while the price of Solana is playing out this short-term bullish trend, we're now actually entering into overbought territories on the 8-hour time frame. And the last time this happened was close to a month ago. And what came next was a bit more of a pullback in the price of Solana over the next couple of weeks, give or take. But once again, we don't always see a major pullback like this after confirming an overbought signal. Sometimes we might just see a very slight pullback like what we saw right here, which can reset the RSI, giving us more room to the upside later on. And now back then, that ultimately formed a bearish divergence with higher highs in the price and lower highs in the RSI back during late July. But once again, essentially what this is telling us is that in the short term, we're actually running out of room to the upside, and we are due to see a bit of a reset in the RSI potentially over the next 1 or 2 days in the form of either a short-term pullback in the price or potentially just some choppy sideways price action, which can help to reset the RSI, giving us more room to the upside in the bullish trend. And so overall, the situation for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana right now is that in the imminent short term, in the coming hours, maybe over the next 1 or 2 days, we're due to see a small reset, so a bit of a break from the bullish trend. But in terms of the trend right now, things are still looking bullish. But once again, during the bullish trend, we can see the occasional pullback from time to time along the way up. And if you want to trade these moves in the price of any crypto, once again, check out those links down below this video to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.